Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 446 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Last summer, Recruit Me and the Elite Academic Academy out of Southern California created a relationship. Elite Academic Academy is a premier kindergarten through 12th grade charter school in California. I give you more information on Elite Academic Academy and what a charter school is in episode 434. So good things sometimes happen by accident, and then by asking questions. In August of 2024, the Elite Peak Performance lead, Andy Allison, called me at Recruit Me and left a message to contact him back. The message said that he had been talking to an employee of Recruit Me and they wanted to talk more. Well, my Recruit Me LLC recruiting education company only has one employee, and that's me. I called Andy back and explained that my Recruit Me was not the Recruit Me that he had spoken with. In the call, I told Andy what Recruit Me LLC does and gave him my website, recruit-me.com, and my information on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Through our discussion, I found out that Andy is an ex-Major League catcher, and he played with a friend of mine, a pitcher on the Cleveland, then Indians. I invited Andy to be a guest on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, and you can hear the 2 episodes 430 and 431, where we talk about Andy, the Elite Academic Academy, and their sports, and also recruiting. Please go back and listen to episodes 430 and 431 on your favorite podcast app or on recruit-me.com. So Recruit Me's relationship has expanded to being a supplemental partner by providing the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system to Elite's student athletes. We are starting a 1-hour workshop once a month to introduce and explain the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship found in the Recruit Me 3.0 system. Today's episode 446, will have what I'll cover in the 4th workshop for Elite. I'll cover steps 5 and 6 of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship found in the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system. Step number 5 is track your communications. And step number 6 is send 1-page or 1-paragraph updates. Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to do this workshop for Elite Academic Academy. My name is Brent Hanks, and I'm the owner and CEO of Recruit Me LLC, an athletic recruiting education business. I'm the father of 2 college athletes. Parker, my older son, was a pitcher for Northwestern University from 2018 to 2022. And Sutton, my younger son, is currently an outfielder for Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri. He is a junior. Past workshops are workshop number 1, which was in November of 2024, and is covered on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast episode 434. In that workshop and episode, you get information about step 1 of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship, which is select the right schools to contact. And we cover 2 of the 3 worksheets, the parameters worksheet and the college school list worksheet. In workshop number 2, which was in December of 2024 and is on episode 437, we cover the college research worksheet from step 1, and we introduce step number 2, write a great introductory email. Tonight, here in February 2025, let's get started on step number 5, which is tracking your communications. After your player profile is ready and has sufficient information to send to college coaches, then Recruit Me suggests it's time for you to send your introductory email and your player profile to coaches that are on your research college school list. The volley of communications will now begin. You've sent out emails, letters, and profiles to dozens of coaches. You're receiving questionnaires, and you're completing online forms too. It can all get out of control if you don't adopt a good journaling and tracking system from the start. Besides the written communications, you may be receiving phone calls too, adding to the number of communications to keep track of. You also want to track dates of communications, who you wrote or talked with, and any notes you want to make about the interactions. Don't think you can get by with a stack of sticky notes or a pile of scribbled papers. You'll be interacting with multiple schools, and if you aren't careful, they'll all begin to blur together. So I'm warning you in advance, you need a good, organized system to keep track of all the steps and interactions. The easiest way to do this is to keep a chart on your computer. You can set it up as an Excel spreadsheet or a Word table or something comparable. The point is to get set now to journal all interactions with dozens of coaches you'll be communicating with. RecruitMe recommends you create 9 columns with the following headings: School, Coach, Phone and Email, My Interest Level. Later you'll enter None, Low, Medium, or High. Sent Letter or Email and Profile. Enter a date. Sent Questionnaire. Enter a date. Sent Video Links. Enter date. Update Sent. Enter date and what you sent. And then have a column for contact dates and notes. You'll notice the My Interest Level column gives you the option of indicating what your interest level is in the school. You may be asking, why would I contact a school if I have no or low interest? There are 2 reasons for scoring your interest level. First, your interest level in particular schools changes as the process goes along. Second, some schools may contact you first, even though they weren't on your list. You want to track these communications too, as you may get interested as time goes along. Update this column regularly. Be ready for calls from coaches. If a coach calls you, it usually means that he or she has more than just a passing interest in you. Just as the coach wants to find out if you have interest in the school, you want to find out what kind of interest the coach has in you. The first call will center on that subject. We recommend telling the coach you have an interest and that you need to find out more about the school and the program. Keep all of your options open for as long as possible. Since you've already probably been communicating by mail, email, or DMs, the call is likely a follow-up to that. Have your own questions ready. It is good to have a list of questions you want to ask coaches. Print out the list and keep it with you, or have it stored on your phone. That way you can take advantage of the opportunity to ask your questions. If a coach calls when your parents are around, it is a good idea to put them on the phone so they can ask questions too. You can put the phone on speaker so they can participate in the conversation. This is where the tracking sheet comes into play. If you have specific questions for specific coaches, then write them on your sheet so that you have the questions easily available. Write everything down. Take notes as you talk with the coach. With the number of schools that you will be communicating with, you need to keep good written notes. Transfer these notes into your tracking sheet before you forget the details. What do you say when you talk with a coach? Let him or her know how you are doing in your sport, if you are competing at that time. Ask your questions about the program, the school, the team, the coaching staff. Ask the coach what the team's needs are. What are the team's strengths and weaknesses? You can ask them about their coaching style and their coaching philosophy. Remember, just as much as the coach is recruiting you, you are recruiting a school. It is always good to have something to discuss. At times, you will receive a call from a school that you did not write to. They found out about you through a reference, perhaps through your high school coach or club coach, or they saw you in a competition. The call might surprise you at first, but be sure to keep the lines of communication open even though you did not initiate the contact. You never know where it will take you. If a coach calls when you aren't home or leaves a voicemail on your cell, it is perfectly all right to call him or her back. In fact, the more you keep the communication going, the better. If you appear to lose interest in the school, they will lose interest in you and the calls will stop. It is not your goal to see how many calls you can receive, but it is to keep as many options open as possible. RecruitMe cannot overemphasize the importance of that. RecruitMe also has a resource, a book called The Athletic Scholarship 24-Month Planner and Journal, written by RecruitMe's founder, John Fugler. It is available on Amazon for $18. Listen to episode 369 for more information on the 24-month planner and journal. The journal is a 356-page book that gives you guidance on and room to prioritize your key recruiting actions. Build a school list. Journal your thoughts about colleges. Write out questions for coaches. Document your conversations, emails, texts, and DMs with coaches. Record your campus visits and details before, during, and after these visits. There are also pages for communication records up to 100 different colleges. A scorecard for each school contacted will help you get to your step 7, which is make your school choice wisely. Tracking your communications is an important part of your recruitment. Knowing who you have talked to, what was said, and what the next communication should be is essential. One of the easiest ways to start tracking your communications is to create a special recruiting email. Use this email to send and receive recruiting-only correspondence, and also use it to register with the NCAA and NAIA eligibility centers. A non-school related email is best, like suttonhanks2026@gmail.com. Also share this email with your family or someone that is helping you in your recruitment so that you can get some accountability. Keeping track of your initial contacts, Introductory emails, texts, DMs, or campus and camp visits is important. So are keeping track of responses from college coaches and preparing how you're going to respond to college coaches and how you're going to send updates. Step 6 of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship is to send one-page or one-paragraph updates. So what does that mean? You need to continue communicating with coaches. After a certain date, depending on your sport, they are permitted to call you, and some will. You can visit the NCAA.org website for the current contact chart, which lists each sport and contact dates and windows. So step 6 is don't stop communicating. Make sure you stay in touch with coaches proactively. If you stop communicating with coaches, they will assume you've lost interest. Therefore, respond to every letter or email they write, even if you don't have much interest in the school. That is because you don't want to eliminate any schools until you're close to making your decision. You'll be surprised how many offers you thought would materialize never do, and that a school that was not on the top of your list moves up. Make sure you send an update after every season. This update, which you should write at the conclusion of your high school season or club season, provides highlights of the season. Update your stats. Show the coaches that you are still interested. You can also include your upcoming schedule if you are moving onto a club team or just what you're doing in the off-season. What should your updates look like? They should be an opportunity to highlight your successes. Bring the coach current on your athletic and academic achievements. Remember, also send next season's schedule if it's coming soon. For instance, you might be competing on a club team after your high school season is over. Send that schedule. By this point in your communication process, you probably have some relationship with the coach. Therefore, email is a great way for ongoing communications and updates. RecruitMe suggests you use a narrative form for your update. Include things like your name, city, and state, a heading, highlights for season 2026, your current GPA, coaches love to see successes here, academic honors, athletic highlights, athletic awards and achievements, stats from your last season, other vital information on your achievements or competitiveness, immediate future plans, a special moment, address, phone number, email at the bottom. Sending updates is your best way to show continued interest and have the coaches update your file. Sending an update at the end of each season is the minimum you should do. You should use every opportunity to send some kind of update whenever there is new information to communicate, such as SAT or ACT test scores, a GPA update, academic or athletic honors, a schedule for an upcoming season. Here's a simple example. Dear Coach Davis, I just received my SAT scores and want to let you know so you can update my file. My scores were fill in the blank. Thanks for your continued interest in me. I am still interested in your program. I will continue to update you. Listen to past episodes of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, episodes 262 and 317. These give you more information on updates. Steps 5 and 6 are a lot of work, but they are essential for Step 7, which is select your school choice wisely. RecruitMe's goal is for you to be educated on your options for a college choice, and for you to have met as many parameters as possible for your choice. Thank you for your time for this workshop. Go back and listen to episodes 434, workshop number 1, with Step 1 of the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship. Episode 437, workshop number 2, steps 1 and 2 of the 7 steps. And episode 442, workshop number 3, steps 3 and 4 of the 7 steps. Go to recruit-me.com to get all of these episodes and to sign up for the free Recruit Me Power Pack. Next month, workshop number 5, I'll go over step number 7, select your school choice wisely, along with some of the myths about athletic scholarships and the student-athlete-parent relationship during recruiting. Again, thank you for listening to the Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the world's longest-running recruiting education podcast. You can find it at recruit-me.com or on your favorite podcast app.